Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rikah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Awak who are listening and learning. Your few sisters who are listening and learning. From Isaiah coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification. Lord's willing to be edifying. Shalom, Mark. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Kakadash, Brakatah. Shalom, brother. This is rooted and built soldiers for Yahawashi. Now, this is a little clip I'm going to play that Trump said. And the title of this video is Trump signs executive order combating anti-Semitism. So we already know what's up with these times, man. Okay? We already know, man, that Yahawashi, like the lesson I did yesterday, man, Yahawashi said that if they hated you, know that they hated him first, man. And if they persecuted him, they're going to persecute, okay, some of the elect, man. So it's nothing, it ain't nothing new, man. That's nothing new under the sun. So let me play this and then we'll get some precepts.
As we gather this afternoon, our thoughts turn to the grieving families in New Jersey. Yesterday, two wicked murderers opened fire at a kosher supermarket and killed 4 innocent souls, including a brave police officer who faced down the shooter and very bravely faced the shooter down. With one heart, America weeps for the lives lost. With one voice, we vowed to crush the monstrous evil of anti-Semitism whenever and wherever it appears. And we're working very hard on that. And I can tell you that we have a lot of people in government working very, very hard on that. We appreciate their work. It's not easy.
You see, tell me they got a lot of people working very, very hard on that to crack down on anti-Semitism. Hey, so we already know what time it is, man. Okay, we already know what time it is. Let me start with these two precepts. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9 reads, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have already been of old time, which was before us, right? So let's get the other one in Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. And it reads, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh required that which is past. So there's no new thing under the sun, man. Okay. Now this is Deuteronomy 25 and verse 17. And it reads, remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way. And Amalek is the chief house of the Edomites. Okay, them devils over there in our land. So Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, even the one that was weak, that was in the back. Okay, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not power. Therefore it shall be when the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee for inheritance, to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. Okay? And the Lord said, what? He gonna have war with Amalek from generation to generation, man. Okay? So he said, hey, remember this, man, what he did to you, right? When we came forth out of Egypt. This is Exodus 17 in verse 8, it reads, then Amalek, it say, then came Amalek and fought with Israel and hit him. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out, fight with Amalek tomorrow. I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of power in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill, and it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let it down, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hand were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Okay? Verse 16. For he said, because the Lord Yahweh have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Now, when you go back to Deuteronomy 25 and 17, it reads this, and read again. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, which I just read to you in Exodus 17th chapter. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee. When thou was faint and weary, and he feared not power. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, all 17 heathen nations. The Lord said, when he give you rest, okay, from all thine enemies, in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee for inheritance, to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. Now, let's read this. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18. And it reads, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh have spoken it. Okay? So the Lord said, remember Amalek, man, which is who? The chief of Edom, man. Okay? They're the chief of the Edomites, man. This is Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and these breaches are closed right now, man. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Who is this? Amalek, man. Okay? Them 13 head families, man. Okay? And they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord Yahweh, that doeth this. Now, let's get one more. Numbers 24. This is Numbers 24 and 18. And it reads, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Okay? Verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, who? Yahweh, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Okay? So remember this to all. Hey, he said, remember this. He told Moses to do what? Let's read it. Let's go back. Exodus 17. Let me see. Exodus Exodus 17 and 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, man. Okay, so what we got to go through is a part of prophecy, man. Okay, this is First Peter's chapter 4, start at verse 12, and it reads, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. This is not strange, man, that the elect's going to go through. Yahweh already said it, man. Okay, let's read this and go back to that. John 15 and 18 reads, If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. It show you right here, Yahweh ain't talking about the whole world, man, in John 3:16. Okay? If you were of the world would have loved his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Now everybody talking about John 3:16, talking about every nation on the planet. That ain't talking about that, man. That word world mean cosmos, man. Talking about the elect of Israel. Verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will have kept your sayings. They will have kept yours also. And he told what he told Ezekiel, man. They ain't gonna listen to you because they ain't gonna listen to me. Okay, because they didn't listen to me. So they ain't gonna listen to you. But go warn them anyway, right? But it's verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sakes, because they know not him that sent me. Shalom, huh? Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shem Kakadash Barakatah. Shalom, brother. So Yahweh shall tell you right here, man. Okay? Hey, they hated me, they're gonna hate you. They persecuted me, they're gonna persecute you, man. So hey, that's a part of prophecy, man. It's a part of prophecy, man. Yahweh Shah said it back in 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. It ain't gonna be strange. This is not strange, man. These devils creating false flag attacks, man. It's not strange, okay? But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, man. Okay? That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahawashi Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of power resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of. But on your part, he is glorified, man. Okay? So hey, don't think of some strange things, man, which is to try you, right? Hey, let's get this. This is Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king set together the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriff, and all the rulers of the province were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald cried aloud, Try you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, um, the psaltery, the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whosoever fall not down and worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Okay, the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and all kinds of music, all people, nations, and languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Wherefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, right? And whosoever falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews who thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They have served not thy God, nor worshipped the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known to thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And this is the same thing going to happen now when these devils put this RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, man. If you don't take it, some gonna be had their head cut off, man. To tell you in Revelation, the 20th chapter, man. Okay. Verse 19, Daniel 3 and 19. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Naho. It's a visage. Now, this devil did a lesson some time ago, months ago, talking about in Lamentation 4, when they say that visage is blacker than the coal. It's not talking about how they look. You damn devil. What you think visage mean, you damn dummy? So again, it said, then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed. What's his visage? His face, man. His appearance, okay, was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound in the midst of the fiery furnace, in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, Nebuchadnezzar, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the most high power, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed. Okay? Neither were their coats changed, nor smell of fire had passed on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him. And he changed the king's word and yield their bodies, that they may not serve nor worship any God except their own God, man. Okay? And this is in Exodus, man. This is the first law, man. Put no other God before Yahawashi, man. Therefore, I make a decree that every people, nation, and language who speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort, man. Hey, even Nebuchadnezzar had to give it up, man. Okay? Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in all provinces of Babylon. Listen, man. Listen, man. We don't have no worries, man. When you trust in Yahweh Shah, man, there is no worries, man. Read this again. 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial. Didn't he say he lit up the burning fiery furnace, man? Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings. Hold on. Hamashiach's sufferings? Luke 22:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. What temptation? To be tried, man. Okay? Like 1 Peter 4:13. But rejoice when you see these things happening, when they try to cast out your name as evil, right? And persecute you, hey, rejoice, man. It say 1 Peter 4:13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of power resteth upon you. On their part, who? Amalek, man. He is evil spoken of. But on your part, he is glorified, man. Because these are the ones going to come down a great wrath, man. The elites. Okay? Amalek, man. Now, this is our 1 Corinthians 10:13 reads, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is coming to man. Why is it coming to man? Because Yahawashi went through it. Listen to this. This is Job 25 and verse 5. And it reads, Job 25:6. It reads, how much less man that is a worm, and a son of man that is a worm? Okay? How much less man that is a worm, and a son of man is a worm? Okay? So going back to 1 Corinthians 10, man, and 13. So it said, how much lest man that is a worm and the son of man that is a worm. 1 Corinthians 10:13. They have no temptation taking you, but such as is coming to man. Why? Because Yahawashi say he took not on him the nature of the angels, but it would behoove him to be made like his brethren, man. Okay? He went through it first, man. They have no temptation taking you, but such as is coming to man. But power is faithful, whom will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, man. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Okay? So the Lord made a way for it, man. Whatever you go through, Yahawashi made a way for you to get through it, man. This is Daniel chapter 6 and verse 1. It reads, it pleased Darius to set up over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these three presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes may give account unto them, and the king shall have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasions against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find no occasions, no faults. For as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. Then said these men, we should not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. These things, it say, then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said, thus unto the king, King Darius, live forever. All the princes of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains, have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alter not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his power, as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came there and spake before the kingdom concerning. Then they came forth and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of God or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which alter not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regarded not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. And the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, now, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and there brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. Now see, this is faith, man. Okay? This is trusting in Yahawashi Yahawashi. The three holy children got tried. Daniel got tried, right? Then the king went to his palace Oh, verse 17. And the stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. And he couldn't even sleep because he knew Daniel was a good man. Okay, the king knew that Daniel was a good man, and he couldn't sleep, man, because he signed the petition. It was nothing he can do. Right? He had to, your word is your bond, man. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he had came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel to the king, O king, living forever, my power have sent his angel and have shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency, innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no man of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his power. And the king commanded that they brought those men which have accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. Yeah, that's cold, man. The Lord is cold. And the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces wherever they came at the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. His dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivered and rescued, and he worked signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. So it's just showing you, man, the Lord does all things, man. Okay? Shalom, Mark. Yahawashi, Shabashim, Kakadash, Brakatham. Shalom, brother. Hey, it's the Lord, man. Okay? You got to trust in the Lord, man. And we know these things got to happen, man, because Yahawashi said it. Isaiah 40:10, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction, man. The Lord say he chosen you in the furnace of affliction, okay? So it's prophecy that we got to go through these things, man. Hey, and we taking it cheerfully, man. Hey, take cheerful when you are changed to a lower state, man. So all these things these devils are doing, man, these false flag attacks, man, nobody care about that, man. Hey, and that's the problem with Jake. Jake get caught up with all this, nah, they diverting from the damn the impeachment, right? All these different things going on around the world, but they got you focused on some false flag attack, okay? Supposedly of the black Hebrew Israelites. Now, that's a stumbling block for you two-third dummies, man. Okay, all it is a stumbling block, man. That's all it is. Con, up, con. Deuteronomy 32 and 39, GMS like-minded. See, see now that I, even I am he, there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Come. Yeah, man. So, hey, all they're doing is diverting you people, man. You two-thirds. See, what you gotta understand, this is for the two-thirds, man. This is not for the elect, man. This is not for the hopeful elect. Because the elect is gonna stay tunnel vision, man. They're gonna stay focused, man. Prophecies is playing out, And you two-third dummies and demons is warned about this bug out crap that happened in New Jersey, man. Hey, what they did last month? I put the video last night when I was at work. What about this guy that stabbed the so-called Jews down there in Miami and said that they was a fake Jews and he was a real Hebrew Israelite? What about that? Hey, that shit went away so quick, man. What about that? Y'all forgot about that? Okay, darling. What about this chick that said she was the queen lioness or whatever she said she was? Right? Talking about she was a black Hebrew Israelite. What about her? These things is just to keep you from watching the true brother push the truth out, man. Okay, starting the positive elders great millstone. These things is to keep you from watching the truth, man. To keep your eyes from prophecy. That's all it is, man. This is Sirach 2 and 5. It reads, hey, these devils slick, man. They good, man. Okay, they got you with Facebook, Instagram, all these social media pages, right? If that ain't working, they got you with TV shows. Okay, got all these different TV shows, these new shows, Atlanta Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, all these different shows they got. Now they got this show with Lil Kim and they got Monica on there. They got Chili. All these little old singers you ain't seen. Like now they on the show. All the different shows they got, man, to keep you occupied, man. All prophecy, man. Cause what's going on right now? What's playing out? Prophecy. And these elites know that, man. The scriptures is speaking, man. Okay, the truth that have been so long hidden have not been made manifest, man. And it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, man. And the prophecies are speaking, man. But you people are so simple and caught up because you want to see brothers demonized, man. Why? Because you have been getting rebuked for so long, you're tired of it. You're sick of getting rebuked. You're sick of people telling you you can't be eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. All this. Con. Yeah, she was boiled out. Con. All these things are going on, and you people, hey, you want to demonize the truth, man. Why? Because you are convicted in your spirit, man. But you know what? Whatever. Ecclesiastes 2 and 5. For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. These things gonna happen, man. And we be ready for them to happen, man. Okay, just like Yahawashi, he prayed to Yahweh to let the cup pass from him, man. But that's not a part of the prophecy, man. It have to come, man. Zechariah 13 and 9. I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahawashi, is my power, man. We got to go through this. So this is not even be talking about, man. We got to stay focused on prophecy. But doing these lessons is a part of prophecy, man. It's a part of prophecy, man. This is Psalms chapter 9, verse 10. And it's for to do what? Build up the hopeful elect, man. Psalm 9 and 10. And they that know thy name, see, you gotta know the name of Yahawashi, man. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Hold on. Proverbs 8 and 17 reads, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me. Yeah, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold. Yeah, than fine gold. And my revenue than choice silver, man. I lead in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord Yahweh possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. Listen, man, the elect was already predestined, man. So they ain't gonna go sideways, man. They're gonna keep tunnel vision and stay focused, man. Okay? While you people's out there bugged out, one about all these different things that's going on. Listen, They're trying to keep you from getting the truth, man. But like I say, the Lord say, and it's this twofold, man. It's Ezekiel 14:9, and it reads, and if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I the Lord Yahweh have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and I will destroy him from the midst of my people. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. Who? You 2/3, and these 2/3 prophets. The punishment of the people shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Listen, man. And that go into these devils, man. They deceiving you with lies, man. Keeping you sleep with lies, man. False news, man. Okay? But the Lord say, this is Job 12:16. It reads, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, man. They his. Shalom, Yahawashi, Mawashai, Bashim, Kagadas, Brakatham. Shalom, brother. The deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's, man. Okay? Here's another one. 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And for this cause, power shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie, man. And that's what's going on, man. You dummies out here believing these false flag attacks, and they all lies, man. The Lord got you in a trick bag, man. Why? Because he doesn't want you, man. He doesn't want you. And Jake is simple, man. Jake is simple. Hey, just like when you go into school and you do something, and everybody say, oh, you nasty, right? Everybody pointing to the rest of the school year. Oh, you nasty. You that one that did that. You nasty, right? Don't nobody want to talk to you. That's the same thing going on now with this simple ass false flag news, man. Hey, why? Because they trying to demonize every brother that stay on the highways and byways that teach the truth. They trying to demonize you, man. Everywhere you go, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, you one of them black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, y'all about killing everybody. Y'all teach hate speech." This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody to look at every brother in the truth and say, "Yeah, you wicked. Oh, you a devil." That's how they're trying to do, man. That's because they had nothing else to do. It's nothing else they can do to brothers but demonize them, man. Why? Because the truth is getting to them, man. But it doesn't matter. The Lord say, stand firm, man. Hold that which thou has, right? That no man take your crown. You gonna let another take your crown and get you out the truth because yeah, you one of those black Hebrew Israelites that was in the news. Hey, we ain't black, man. Okay, this is our heritage. This is our inheritance, man. We are like speckled birds, man. We ain't black. Hey, the Lord said He gonna give you that time to say. Anybody come to me with that, man, I'm gonna cut him to death, man, with the script, man. Okay, we ain't black, man. First and foremost, my hair is black, man. Okay, you damn devils. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shemon Shabbat Hashem Kakadas Brakatham. Shalom. Hey, these people that cut to the heart, man, to the bone gristle, man. This is let me get this. James chapter 1, verse 2. Oh, this is James 1 and 2. My brother, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Hey, I read 1 Corinthians 13, man. The Lord, there's no temptation that have fallen upon you, hey, that's not coming to man, meaning Yahawashi, man. He went through it first. My brother, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation, knowing this, that the trying of your faith work with patience, man. The Lord going to try you, man. Furnace of affliction. He's going to put you through many trials, man. He's going to keep doing it, man. But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect, entirely wanting nothing, man. Okay? Hey, man, he's trying. He's going to keep doing it, man, to build us up, man. This is Colossians 2 and verse 6. It reads, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahawashi the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. It said, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith. It's established, meaning you will not be moved, man. Rooted and built up. You will not be moved, man. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Therefore, it say, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach, man. Let's read this. 2 Timothy 2 and 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Hey, following Instagram, social media, all these social media outlets, man, you would not be established in the faith, man. You're gonna be bugged out because every time you see the news, you're gonna fall and you're gonna believe it, man. Hey, we don't believe none of this Bible, man. Okay. Hey, these scriptures give us the whole foundation, man, of our walk in this truth, man, all the way up to the end, to Yahweh shall return, man. Our foundation is built in these scriptures, man. Okay. Shalom, Yahawashi, Shabbat, Shem, Krakadas, Rakatah. Shalom, brother. All these fake newses, man, we established and built up in the scriptures, man. Hey, if they ain't speaking about these scriptures, man, it's lies, man. Okay. What did what did King David say? Let's read that, man. This is Psalms 119 and 104, man. Hey, you people gonna realize that too, man. But you know when you're gonna realize it, it's gonna be too late. Now a lot of Jake gonna wake up too, man, the last hour, man, right? The 19th hour, 11 and 12th hour, man. But most of you Jakes, man, you devils ain't gonna get it, man. Con. Psalm 119 and 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way, man. Hey, if they ain't talking about these scriptures, man, it's all a false way, man. We don't care, man. Okay? We don't care about no false flag attacks, man. We don't care about that, man. All we care about is this truth, man. Staying rooted and built up, man, and established in the faith, man. That's all we got. That's all we need. This is our first love, man. It say, therefore, Psalm 119 and 104, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. And everything about these devils, they have been doing what? Falsifying everything, man. Okay? Job 13 and 4 said, they are all forgers of lies, man. Lies. They are all physicians of no value, man. They are all forgers of lies, man. These devils can't do nothing but lie, man. That's what the Lord said. I started out reading about Amalek, man. Hey, the Lord gonna have war with you from generation A, and He gonna blot out your name from under heaven, man. Okay? Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light upon my path. Listen, man, we ain't going, man. No matter what you do, what you say, you devils, we ain't going, man. Why? Because we have been rooted and built up in the faith and established, man. And you can't change that. Hey, Amos 9:11, I read it, man. The Lord have closed the breaches, man. The breaches are closed, man. People think that the Most High is all about kisses and hugs. Right. You got to go through hot water. Right, con. Yeah, right. That's that second Ezra 7, man. On one side is water, on the other side fire, man. And you can fall either way, man. Okay, your ass can drown in this truth by lies, by being deceived by the devil, or you can burn up with fire, man, by being lies and deceived by the devil, man. Okay, because they are all forges of lies, man. And if you don't keep tunnel vision, hey, Jake believe everything they hear, man. Why? Because these niggas want to hear what? Let's read it. Hey, we hate every false way, man. Through these precepts, man, we get understanding. Therefore, we hate every false way, man. Every false way. Hey, every false way, man. I don't like my woman with fingernails, with weave, none of that, man. It's a false way, and I don't give a damn what they got to say about it. If you don't like it, kick rocks. It's a false way. Anything that's dealing with false ways, we ain't with, man. The Lord need us to be, hey, we are rehearsing the right acts of the Lord, man, to become what? Pure, man. Okay? So we hate all false ways, man, of these devils, man. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets prophesy, not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. These niggas want to hear lies. But what does Psalm 119 and 104 say? Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Everything in Babylon the Great and around the world is a false way, man. It's a false way. And we got the faith. Hey, we got this truth, man. So if you devils ain't coming out the scriptures, proving what you know, we don't want to hear that, man. We ain't going for that crap, man, on TV, man. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. Reads this. Prove all things. Prove all things, holding fast that which is good. Abstain from all appearance of evil. And what is this world built on? Evil, corruption, wickedness, man. Okay? Everything about these devils is lies, man. Let's read it, man. Job 13 and 4, man. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value, man. Hey, matter of fact, I'm going back to this, man. That's why the Lord said this, man. You devils is going to pay, man. Remember, Deuteronomy 25 and 17, but remember what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, meaning the one that was in the back, the weak ones, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not power. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, all 17 heathen nations, in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee for inheritance, to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. The devil's gonna be destroyed, man. This is what we're looking forward to. This is the faith, this is the patience and the faith of the saints right here, man. It say again that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek, the chief house for the Edomites, man. The chief house, man. That thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. The Lord said, don't forget it. I'm read again, Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt. And let's read that prophecy. He said, remember what Amalek did unto thee. This is Exodus 17 and 14. Let's read it. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. Yahweh said, rehearse this, man, in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Verse 16, and he saith, because the Lord Yahweh hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, man. So this is the faith and the patience of the saints right here, man, to get you devils, man. Okay, so you can do all you want to do. It doesn't matter, man. It don't matter. This is another one, Numbers. I read all three of these earlier. I'm reading them again. Numbers 24 and 18 reads, and Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Verse 20, and when he looked on Amalek, who? Yahweh, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. It said Amalek was what? The first of the nations. Let's read that. Genesis 36 and verse 12. 12. Yeah. Genesis 36 and 12. Matter of fact, let me read 10. Matter of fact, let's read 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's son. Eliphaz, the son of Adar, the wife of Esau. Ruel, the son of Bashemoth, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zihor, and Gatam and Kenaz, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. You devils, the chief house of Edom, which you control the entire world, is going to be destroyed, man. Okay? You're going to be destroyed. So we don't care what you put in the news, man. Why? Because we have the comforter, man. We got the comforter. This is another story. Now I read to you the story about the three holy children, right? In Daniel, in Daniel, was Daniel 3? I think Daniel 3. And then I read about this about Daniel in the lion den in Daniel 6, right? Hey, what Romans 15 and 4 say? The scripture written a 4 time ago for our learning, man, that through confident patience in the scriptures, we might have hope, man. Reading these stories, man, that builds you up, man. Hey, on a level until the Lord give you another level to build up on. Hey, you built up, man. Okay, rooted and built up, man. Christianity has confused our people, right, to the extent of they seeing the truth as hate, right? And that's what's going on. And see, that's all Esau got right now, man. They can't take down YouTube. You know how many people's on YouTube make money for YouTube, man? It's billions of people's on YouTube, man. Millions upon millions, hundreds of millions that make money for YouTube, man. If they take down one hate speech, they gotta take down all the hate speeches. And they'll be, hey, it's just like reading the Bible in one day, man. They can't do it, man. They can't do it. Hey, it's so many brothers in GMS. You got camp, and every brother in the camp got their own channel, man, doing lessons. I mean, listen, man, they can't do it, man. It's like reading the whole Bible in one day. They can't do it. So what can they do? They have one option: demonize the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, talking about black, 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 black. Now, in the interview in that whole New York Times about the whole thing, the shooting, they said a Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? But how the hell they talking about all black, the black Hebrew Israelites? But in the article, they said Negroes, Latinos, and Native. This is what they said. They say Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen people of the Lord. So what the hell they get black from? See, they show you, man. And then they're gonna use counts like ISUPK with their gun range shooting. They're gonna tie all that in to black identity extremists, man. Okay? Why? Because that's all Esau can do is put hate on us, man, because they are hurt. And they know, see that the elected Esau know their time is up, man. These, listen, they got elites. I'm talking about these scholars. These elites have scholars. They know the Bible, man. They know the prophecies. They just don't know when it's going to happen. That's what got them all in a bunch, panties in a bunch. They don't know. They know about the prophecy, man. Trust me, they know. They just don't know how and when it's going to happen, man. So what they're going to do? Try to demonize everybody so everybody can look at us as, oh, y'all hate. Hey, the Lord hate, man. Okay, the Lord is a separatist, man. Okay, the Lord is a separatist, man. He said he loved Jacob and hate Esau. Ain't no getting around it. Don't matter what you say, man. That ain't past tense. That's present and future, man. Okay. I read Obadiah 1:18. He would blot out the name of Amalek from under heaven, man. That's Obadiah 1:18. They shall be stubble, and there shall be not any remain in the house of Esau, man. But these devils, they know the prophecies because they got scholars. That's why they changed the name of the Lord to Jehovah. They said the Jewish Masoretes and created dots and dashes and called it vowel points, man, to change the name of the Lord. Why? Because they know the prophecy, man. They know if all Israel call the name of Yahawashi and face the east, man, they ass to go down. But like the Lord say, he wished all Israel to turn, but they ain't, man. All Israel ain't gonna call the name of the Lord. Only the elect is. But these devils threw a monkey wrench in them, man. They threw a wrench, right? Chain up the name of the Lord. So even if we do come back to the truth, we gonna, hey, the Lord say the heathen, his name is Jeff among the heathen. So they let go know the name of the Lord, man. It's prophecy. And that's why these devils are in terrible fear, man. The Lord said it. They go, you gonna stand in boldness, right? Revelation 11, man. Right? They stood upon their feet and great fear fell upon them, man. Who? The valley of dry bones, man. That exceeding great army, man. These devils are terrified, but they can't do nothing but demonize us because they can't take down YouTube. They'll have to shut down the whole YouTube, man. They'll have to shut down the whole YouTube, man. And they ain't gonna do it because they make millions upon millions of people that do YouTube and use they use people YouTube pages to push their commercials, man. This is Second Maccabees 7:1. And it came to pass also that seven brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against law to taste swine's flesh and were tormented with scourges and whips. This is today the RFID microchip, man, the mark of the beast. What Antiochus Epiphanes did to these seven brothers, this is what they're going to do with the RFID chip. Same thing, man. It say, but one of them spake first, said thus, what would thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die. See, we are ready to die at any given day, man. We ready to go, man. But one of them that spake first and said, thus, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die. Rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers, man. We ain't finna break the law of Yahawashi for you devils, man. And this is talking about swine flesh, which is today the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, man. Verse 3. Then the king being in a rage, and they're in a rage right now, man. Revelation 12:12. Okay? Job 14:5, man. Seeing your days are determined, man. The Lord has set a bound that you cannot pass over, man. Okay? So you're gonna do what? Come down with great wrath. Why? Because you know you got a short time. So 1 Peter 5:8, they walk around like a roaring lion, seeking whom they may devour. Okay? But those that be steadfast in the faith will not be moved, man. It said, then the king being enraged commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot. For what? For what? The hell you heating up pans and pots for? You mad because a nigga won't taste swine, man? Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first. And these men stood boldly, bro. Boldly, man. He cut the man's tongue out, man. And cut off the utmost parts of his body, man. Did you use your imagination for that? The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him being yet alive to be brought to the fire. Now he didn't cut off all the man members, toes, arms, legs, feet, right? Probably cut the man rod off. It say, the king he commanded him being yet alive to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus. Hold on, man. Did you hear that? It say they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus. Now hold on. One of my favorite precepts is Hebrews 3:13, man. Listen to this. Let me read 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power. Verse 13. But exhort one another daily while it's called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. Exhort one another daily, man. Okay, now let's go back to the story. 2 Maccabees 7, right? Verse 5, it says, now when he was thus made in all his members, the first son, Antiochus said, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapors of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus. And when you read Second Kings, right, Second Kings, First Kings 2, what did King David tell Solomon? I go that way of thy fathers. Hey, show thyself a man, man. Okay, matter of fact, let me read that, man. Let me read that. First Kings 2:1, right? Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth, Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. Okay? Let's go back to the story. Second Maccabees 7 in verse 6. The Lord power looked upon us and in truth have comfort in us. As Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants, man. Hey, I gotta read this. Psalms 116, right? This if it come to this point. If it come to this. Psalm 116 in verse 15. Listen to this. Psalm 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh is the death of his saints. So if it come to that, man, you know it's the will of the Lord, man. It's his will, man. Anything happen to us, man, by these Amalekites, it's the will of the Lord, man. Hey, just take it cheerfully, man. As the scriptures say. Back in verse 7, right? Second Maccabees 7:7 say, so when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. Oh, it tell you that in second Ezra 16, right? They that consent, they're gonna be had in derision, right? They're gonna make you a mocking stock. You same one that got the 501c3 charter, right? You scoffing at the truth of the Lord, they're gonna make your ass a mocking stock, man. All you that trust in the 501c3, Isaiah 28, starting at verse 15, you have made a covenant with death and had agreement with hell, you're gonna be made a market stock, man. Because it tell you second Ezra 16, man. All they that consent, they're gonna make you a market stock, man. Okay, because hey, look, they're gonna say, look, we bought them off with nothing, man. Okay, we lied to them and told them they're gonna be safe in that day. The Lord said you ain't gonna be safe. Them same overflowing scourges that you made agreement with in Isaiah 28, starting at verse 15. The Lord said them same over scourges gonna come upon you and they're gonna tread you down on the foot, man. Okay, so hey, back in this right here. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. How you gonna make a man a mocking stock that's willing to die for the Lord? You can't. How you gonna make a mocking stock? A monster 2/3 of the mockers, these scoffers, they finna get put to death for nothing, man. They finna die for nothing, man. Okay, for some damn FRNs and agreement with death, man. It say, and when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair. Can you imagine somebody pulling your skin off your head with the hair, man? This the second son. They asked him, will thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? You already pulled a man's scalp off and still ask him he's gonna eat that? No, man. No, I ain't taking the chip, man. They almost cuss and say, screw you devils, man. We ain't taking it, man. The elect ain't the hopeful elect. The elect ain't taking it, man. But he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was, the Lord said, man, hey, if it's prophet, hey, the Lord said, there's not one of your hairs on your head shall be touched, man. Okay. So if it prophecy to go down like this, man, the Lord got it already set up, man. That's why I read 1 Corinthians 13. They have no temptation taking you, but such as is coming to man. Okay? And the Lord gonna make a way for you to do what? To escape it, man. This is how the Lord work, man. That's called the furnace of affliction, man. So it's a but he answered in his own language and said, no, wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life. Why? Because we sin against the Lord, man. So wherefore do a man complain, man, of the sin that you committed against the Lord? In Lamentation 3 and 39. You can't complain. You did it. We did it, man. That's why Michael said in Michael 7:9, I sin against the Lord, so I will bear his indignation, man. So whatever the Lord bring upon us, we gotta take cheerfully, man. Whatever it is, it's part of your fiery trial, man. So it say, and when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life. Okay? Babylon the Great, captivity, man. Subject to payments, man. And being uh, made an astonishment, a proverb and a byword, man. But the king of the world shall rise us up. Who? Yahawashi, man. Who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. And after him was the third made a mocking stock. And when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hand manfully, and said courageously, these I have from heaven, and for his laws I despise them, and from him I hope to receive them again. And you will in the reincarnation. Hey, we always come back over and over, man. Shalom, Yahabashim Shah, Bashim Kakadash Brakatham. Shalom. I can only imagine these devils' faces when we get raised in the chariot, Lord willing. Come, out the water, come, yeah, man. Yeah, man. A bunch of cowards, come. Oh, let me read that out. What is that? This is Ecclesiasticus from the brother GMS Saints of the Most High. Ecclesiasticus 2 and 10. Con, out. Con. I got that on my list. I got that. I'm gonna read that in a minute, out. Con, the water for that. I got that on the list too. I was trying to hold it. So back in Second Maccabees 7 and verse 11, and said courageously, these have I from heaven, and for his law I despise them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. Hey, the Lord gonna put them spirits on you like that, man. Okay, Lord willing. Now, when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from power, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. Hey, as for you damn Idumeans, you Amalek, you Amalekites, you ain't gonna have no salvation, man. You ain't gonna be raised up, man. Okay? Let me read it again. Second Maccabees 7:14. It is cold, man. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope. And Hebrews 11 and 1 and verse 6, man. This is our hope, man. It's to look for hope from power, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, as for you Idumeans, thou shalt have no resurrection to life, man. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt. Ye think not that our nation is forsaken of God? Hell no, man. The Lord say he have not cast away his people, man. Okay? God forbid that, man. He tell you that in Jeremiah 33rd chapter, man. Okay? Hey, and it was Jeremiah 31, man. The Lord have not done away with his people, man. He will never do away with Israel, man. Paul said the same thing, man. I am a Benjamite of the seed of Abraham, man. Okay? God have not cast away his people, man, for you dummies, man. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, right? Bases of men, they are violent in the earth, they are fools, man. Thou doest what thou will. Ye think not that our nation is forsaken of power, but abide a while, and behold his great power. It say how he will torment thee and thy seed, man. Okay? They didn't say to tell you, hey, when you read Job 18, Job 27, Job 20, hey, man, listen, man. Jeremiah 49, okay? Hey, Jeremiah 50 and 23, Jeremiah 50 and 25, man. He said he will make thee a burnt mountain, man. Okay? Thee that destroyed the world, he will destroy thee, man. And he said, your whole seed, you shall be rooted up. You shall be none left in your tabernacle, man. Your whole house gonna be rooted up, man. But abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. After him also they brought the six who being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause. For we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our power. See, therefore marvelously these things, it said, therefore marvelously things are done unto us, man. Because we sin against the Lord, man. Hold on. That's verse 18. Let's read Micah 7:9. It reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Hold on, man. Hey, these scriptures is beautiful, man. Lamentation 3:39. It reads this. Wherefore do a living man complain, and a man for the punishment of his sins? Hey, so the seven sons, like, hey, what the hell we gonna complain for when we know we sin against the Lord, man? We sin against the Lord, man. Listen to this. Deuteronomy 24:16. Hey, when you understand the ways of the Lord, man, that brings you joy, man, to know the Lord gave you mercy. Hey, Daniel 12:10 say only the wise will understand, man. So you understand these things, man. Count it all joy, man. Deuteronomy 24:15, the father shall not be put to death for the son, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Come on, man. Let's get one more. Ezekiel 18:20 reads, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wickedness shall be upon him, man. Okay? Back in 2nd Maccabees 7 and 18. After him also they brought the six, who being ready to die, be not deceived. He said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, have sinned against our power. Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, man. Let me get one more. I got to get one more. The Spirit told me to get one more. This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse 7. It reads, O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, shamefaced, as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off through all countries, whether thou have driven them because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee. O Yahweh, Bashim Yahawashi, to us belong confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we walked, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord, Yahweh our power, to walk in his law, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yeah, all Israel have trespassed the laws, even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us. Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68, the servant of power, because we have sinned against him. Amen. That's why these brothers took this death cheerfully, man. If you can receive that. Second Maccabees 7:18. After him also they brought the six, who being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves. Hey, it's a part of Yahawashi temptations, man. Luke 22:28. Having sinned against our power, therefore things are done unto us. But think, but think not thou that takest in hand to strive against power, that thou shalt escape unpunished. You Edomites ain't going unpunished, man. You are the swords of the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord is using you to kill 2/3 of Israel, man. That's prophecy, man. Right, verse 20. But the mother was marvelously above all, and worthy of honorable memorial memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain without space of one day, she buried with a good courage. Hey, he killed them sons in an hour's time, man. Man, because of the hope that she had in the Lord, it said, yeah, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, in that Hebrew, man, filled with courageous spirits, and stirred up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for neither I gave ye breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generations of man and found out the beginning of all things. Hey, his ways is deeper than the deep, man. Who can know them, man? But also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, reincarnation. As ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspected it to be a reproachful speech, which the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oath that he would make him both a rich and a happy man, and he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. But when a young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son. But she bowed herself towards him, laughing in a cruel tyrant to scorn. Like, this damn fool. Do he not know who we are? Do he not know that we trust in the Lord Yahawashi? Hey, but she bowing herself towards him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn. Hey, that's cold, man. And I know Antiochus was in fury, man. And in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years, and nourished thee and brought thee up upon his age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that power made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Hey, and when you know the Lord, man, you feel hey, Esau ain't make the moon and the sun and the wind. Who made the wind? You can't even see wind, but you know it's devil. You devils ain't make that. We supposed to fear you devils. You people is crazy as hell, man. It say verse 29. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. Amen. Hey, and that's how the elect gonna be, man. It said, while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. Antiochus was an Edomite. What does this tell you right here? You devil, and I go through it all the time in Second Chronicle 25, man. When Amaziah slaughtered Edomites, he took the gods of the Edomites and bowed down and worshiped them, man. We don't work. Hey, you Edomites got your own gods, man. Go and worship them, man. Don't worry about us and what we doing over here. We got the truth over here. We worship Yahweh Shah. Go worship Cheddarate Boys here, man. Serapis Christus and Quaz and all them other gods you got that you stole from the Horites, man. You damn devils. Mount Seir in your land. You stole that from the damn Canaanites, you damn devils. You don't have no heritage. You have nothing. You stole the gods. You have nothing, man. It's verse 31. And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God. Hey, when you read the story about what the Lord did to Antiochus, man, when you keep reading on down and on down in the Maccabees, hey, he had worms coming out of that man's body, man. Okay, hey man, he destroyed Antiochus on a level that no man. Hey, and also when they think about it, Herod the Great was destroyed the same way, man. The Lord had maggots and worms coming out of that devil, man. Okay? Why? Cause he killed, man. Hey, you Edomites done so, boy, you got a lot to pay for. You got so much to pay for. Verse 31, and thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of power, for we suffer because of our sins. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man, and of all others most wicked, out of all the 17 heathen nations, you Amalekites, you Idumeans are the most wicked, man. Be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hands against the servants of power. When you read Leviticus 25 and 55, the servants of the Lord is Israelites, man. But thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty power. No, why? Because the Edomites is not done away with. You Idumeans are still here on the earth, man. You have not been done away with. It said, for our brethren, no, said, for thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty who seeth all things. Proverbs 15 and 3. The eyes of the Lord are upon all the wicked, man. Okay? For our brethren who now have suffered a short pain are dead unto power's covenant of everlasting life, but thou, through the judgment of power, shall receive just punishment for thy pride. Hey, and you devil gonna pay for it, man. And I'm gonna close with this, and I'm gonna get you brother precepts on coming, boy. This is Ecclesiastes 2 and 10, and it reads, look at the generations of old. And also the brother of GMS, Saints of the Most High, put it up as well on the comment board. Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord Yahawashi and was confounded? No. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? No. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Not one, man. Let me read this one real quick. Again, Psalm 9 and 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For Lord, for thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. So, hey, no matter what you do, we ain't gonna forsake Yahweh by Shem Shah. This is Daniel. This is GMS Saints of the Most High. Daniel 9 and 1. It reads, oh, Daniel 9 and 11. So like you. Daniel 9 and 11. Yeah. I read that. Con. I ain't even paying attention. I already went through them in the spirit, but I read it again though. The water for that. It said Daniel 9 and 11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of power, because we have sinned against him. Con, I already had to ask the spirit, man. Hey, my spirit be on 1,000, man. Let's see. Yeah, man, we sin against the Lord, man. So, like I read Lamentation 3 and 39, man. Matter of fact, I'm reading it one more time. Lamentation 3 and 39, it reads, it said, wherefore do a living man complain, a man for the punishment of his sins, man? We can't complain about nothing, man. Okay? This is Con, that's the spirit, Con, the water. Con. GMS, recall moth. This is Joshua 24 and 15. It reads, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, Yahweh, Choose you this day whom ye will serve. Matter of fact, let me read 14. Joshua 24 and 14. Now therefore, fear the Lord Yahweh and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord Yahweh. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve, Yahweh or the Edomites, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or gods of the Amorites which the Edomites stole, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi. Straight up. This is Adam Hebrews 4 and 12. Right, Con. And that's why these devils doing that, man. Because this is all they got, man. Coming down with great wrath, man. Because that's all they got. They cut, man. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing son of the soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Listen, these devils is so hurt by these words. They killing themselves, man. Hey, we don't know how many they killed themselves because they didn't heard the truth, man. We just don't know. This is Nayap, Job 20 and 5. It reads that the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. Okay, but for a moment. If I read one of Job 14 and 5, I think I read it already. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, that has appointed his bound that he cannot pass. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, the elect, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time. Okay? And he's going to do what? And when the dragon saw that he was cast upon the earth, what that mean? His kingdom is falling. Like I went into yesterday, I brought the same verse out. His kingdom is collapsing. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Hey, they persecuting us again, man. All over, man. Every time, man. There's nothing new under the sun. Greek Empire, okay? Roman Empire, man. They doing the same thing over and over and over. It's nothing new under the sun. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Crocodiles, Thumb. Shalom. Hey, so, Lord willing is edifying. Matter of fact, let me close with this. Colossians 2 and 6. As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahawashi, the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in faith, in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounded therein with thanksgiving, man. We have been rooted and built up, man, and there's nothing these devil can do about it, man. Okay, the truth is out. You can't do nothing but demonize us, which it doesn't matter, because as the scriptures say, you can do nothing against the truth but for it, man. Okay, nothing you can do, man. Let me see. 2 Corinthians 13 and 8 reads, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, man. It's nothing you can do, man. It's over. You might well just give up the ghost, man, because it's over. Hey, the water, Shalom, the water, appreciate it, Hey, that spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Hey, so with them, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waiting on the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning, the few sisters out there who are listening and learning. Hey, the water for everybody on the comment board, man, for tuning in. Hey, the water for the precepts. Hey, fire precepts, man. Hey, I always say, great minds think alike, man. Hey, Lord willing, till next time. Hey, Shalom. Hey, the water for that. Hey, shalom to the brothers, man. Hey, love all you brothers on the comment board, man. Shalom.